When you talked about how your dad found condoms, how his reaction was, the caption you wrote was your family was Pentecostal, so that you aren't following the conventional standards, traditions of Pentecostalism. I've been in a similar boat for really long years. My parents don't know about it. I've been living all by myself. I'm dating someone outside my faith. Right now, I'm Christian, but I'm just not in a denomination. Under the very same scrutiny and pressure, I am emotionally very exhausted, and I have a couple of mental disorders diagnosed as well. For the past 23 years, it's not been going great. Severely getting affected by emotional exhaustion. I just want to know how you tackled all of this. Seen that your family is also Pentecostal, so I just want to know. Live your life. I feel like for me personally, cutting my family off completely transformed me, because it was the first time in my life where I didn't realize this, and I probably would have never discovered it, but so much of my thoughts, my habits, the way I talk to myself it was really just my parents' voices from like such a young age. It's so ingrained in our heads that we think it's our own identity because we've made it ours. It's not. So when I cut off my family, not saying that you should, I came to a point where I had to end that relationship, but it came with the blessing of finally being able to meet myself. I didn't know, I never had met myself, and I always say this, like, I met myself. I met who I truly was, not the daughter that they had, not the cousin that my cousins had. I became this human that I never knew, and I was like, oh, like, these are my passions, these are my likes, these are my dislikes. I would have never discovered all of those things, and I have fallen in love with myself. I've discovered new things about myself and genuinely fallen in love with myself. I, empathize with myself. I nurture myself so much to a point where it doesn't matter what scrutiny or what anyone says. It doesn't matter what people say, the judgments people make, because they don't know me. I know me. They don't know me. They didn't take time to know me. I took time to discover myself. I took time to do uncomfortable things, spent a lot of time with myself, trying out new things, doing different things, and pushing myself out the comfort zone, which obviously brought a lot of pain, but also a lot of growth in the process. So I would say the biggest thing is find a way to discover yourself and who you really are. And I don't really think it's possible until you detach, get rid of that other person. Kind of like when you're in a relationship, you become this version of yourself, and you don't realize that until you're out of it and you are not in communication with that ex for like 6 to 8 months. And then obviously the more that you're not talking to them, and then you start to realize like a lot of the thoughts, a lot of the opinions, a lot of the things that you had was purely because you were just talking to them, you are around. That is my kind of take on it. I hope that it helps. Be true to yourself. It's very challenging. Future you will thank you. Future you will thank you. I am currently living the life that I could have never dreamed of. I could have never dreamed of this life that I'm currently living, my dream. I would have never been able to do that if I didn't choose myself every single day. You have to choose yourself. Love you.